and we are playing a escape game. Three gifts before you go by Bamgru. And let's begin. So it's another sad story from Bamgru, where a small girl gets letters from her mom and so on. Okay, let's skip it and go to the first house, last year's charm. So in this first chapter we are to find parts to make a necklace. And let's begin. So here's the tutorial. Now let's look around and find hints and hidden places. So here we can take a pin, then here we can take a part of the puzzle and two of them. Here we have nothing. In the pillows we can find another part of the puzzle. And then here in this buckets we can find the twig. Here's a note with the hint, for we will use it a bit later. Now let's look at these drawers. A part of the vase. In this bag here's a thread, bulbs, pictures, and here you can see a hint in the corner of the paper. Now let's go further to the right, for we have a key, and this key is from the small box where we can get the second part of the vase. And let's make this vase, first part and the second part. And we've got a hint, a sequence of shapes. It's hexagon, flower, square, triangle and star. So with this hint we are to rearrange these belts. So first goes hexagon, it should be placed on the first position, then flower, the last is star, and that's that. So we've got a gem or something like that. Then let's look here. We can find a twig, another twig is here, so 3 twigs we have, and if we set all of them in this flower pot we can get another part of the puzzle. So now let's look at this necklace, and we can see arrow down points that we need to turn all of these gems or stained glasses, to turn them down, and we've got a part of another puzzle. Then here's the puzzle. So what pieces do we have? We have found already all the 3 pieces, and let's fill the corresponding parts to fill places. So in the drawer we can find another gem. Next, let's look here. We have only 1 thread and 1 pin, so more things to find. Now let's pop these bulbs, and in the last one we can find a tile. Then here's a puzzle to make on this picture. Let's start to make it from borders. So it's something like that, and we've got a part of the plate. And these pots, we need to remove all of them, and here's a second thread. let's check this drawer. Nothing in. Then here's a balancing puzzle, so we need to balance these scales. Okay, so we can see that we have one of this and one of two of this type. So let's be one on the left and one on the right side. The same thing with these balls. Let's hang them like that to have symmetry. And now we need to deal somehow with these odd numbers. So we have balanced it. Maybe you can find your own solution, but this is mine. And now let's solve for this puzzle with threads and pin. We need to make a pattern here, and the hint what to make is here in this bin. So we have triangle and it's kind of another triangle. Let's do it like that. That's done. We've got a necklace. Now we need to find two more gems. So we have two, we need to find the third. Here's another puzzle to solve, and the word here is to be in the center. Like that. Now let's deal with the waves. So right side, and it's done. So we've got another tile. Now we have three tiles, and here we need all the three of them to make a picture. So first of all, let's move all these middle parts to the center to get an image and to get the center baseline. So it should be like that, or maybe it is wrong, so we will find it out soon. So that's done. We've got one more gem. Next, here we have a drawer with faces. The hint for these faces we can find on one of these pictures. Here they are, and we need to take 4 pictures from the bottom row. Okay, let's remember the first and the second. So that was the first, that's the second, and now these two. Like that, and let's guess the last one. So that's done. Here's a rag that is used to clear the mirror, remove the spots, and get the hint that whirlpool, double circle, circle with the dot and 2 triangles. And this hint is to open another lock. So we have the first is a whirlpool, 2 circles. This one is already there, and here's the part of the disk that is now to complete here and get the fourth gem. So now we can hang the necklace here, add these ornaments and get the necklace, and then to hang it on the girl's neck. Okay, let's go now to play the second chapter. Now it's chapter 2, Velvet Whispers, and let's go in and make parts to make a dress. Okay, let's look here. Here we need 2 white threads and 1 we have found. Then on this hanger we can find a key, and this key is to open the clock, where inside we can get scissors. Then here we can take a hanger. Here's a place for something we will find. Now here's the flower pot, and behind here's another key. Let's check these drawers, and here you can find a piece of a picture that goes here. We need to find a second part. And then go in here on the table. Here's a piece of cloth, and these 4 pieces of cloth we need to find and place on this place. Now we have scissors, so let's cut these stitches and get the middle part. Then let's open these drawers. This one has nothing. Here's a puzzle to solve, so we need to move these buttons to make the sum of 8 for the first column, 12 for the second, and so on. And let's make first like 2, 3, and 2, 3, and like 1, 3, and 4, then 12. Okay, so here you can count 7 goes for 15, and to make 8 we need to use 5 and 3, so that's done, and we've got a bow there. Then nothing in this, and here's the second part of the note, and we have a place to use this note. It is here, so we have a hint. It's 12, 10, and 23. We need to treat it like 3 numbers: 12, 10, and 23. So this 12, 10, and 23 is for this box. 12, then middle is for 10, and the center is for the 23, and we've got a cloth. Here's a button to take what this picture is. Flower. Okay, we have a key unused. Now let's try to open this box, and inside here's one more button. Looking in these buckets, this one is used already. Then here we can see a hint. So we have clockwise direction arrow and these strange curves. So we have a hint of, let's treat it like 4, 6, 3, 8. Four, 6, 3, and 8. Okay, then let's shift it one step to the right. So 8, 4, 6, 3. 8, 4, 6, and 3. Now it is correct, and we've got one more button. Then here's the box with many buttons, and in one of the pictures we can see a hint. So we can see it, the first line, then second line is at the bottom, then third line and fourth line. So we need just to swap these two lines, fourth and second, to get the correct result. Now go in here to use it. So the first line is like that, then second line we need to get the last line, third is also like it was, and the last line is the second line from the hint. We've got the second white thread pulley. Now it is to place here and to solve a puzzle. So we can see there are images, and we can set here so these 3 discs fit here. Okay, let's start with this one. Then here you can see a rectangle, and this only one with a rectangle on the right side. We cannot rotate them. Then a rectangle on the left side, and we have rectangle on the left side 1 and 2. So this cannot be on this position, we need to remove it. So rectangle on the left means this line and dot on the right side, and to connect this dot and line we have only one disk, so it to be placed here. Then we need to find something for the equation and this dot and line on the right side. So it seems to be it's for the bottom row it is completed. Now for the next row we have 3 dots on the bottom only on the one disk, and then square and letter S is only here, and then rectangle. And here you can see it's strange symbol, it doesn't match. Okay, let's try another combination. And now it seems to be everything fits. So we've got a key. And this key is for the safe, and then 4 digits to enter. And the hint is in the picture here. We can see it's 5, 8, 9, 7. 5, 8, 9 and 7, and inside here's the 4th piece of cloth to place them here and assemble a dress. Let's take it, hang it on a hanger, add bow and 3 buttons. So that's the end of the chapter 2, and going to play the chapter 3. And now it is the 3rd chapter, Sweet Heaven, where we are to make a cake for the girl. Okay, let's begin. Check these drawers, get items, nothing is here. We can get then this painting, and let's make this picture. So it's a picture of the castle in the sky. So that's done. We've got a hint. This hint of dial positions we will use later. And then let's check these drawers. 1, 2, and 3. A bag of tea. In this flower pot there's nothing. And let's make this sliding puzzle. So the trick here is that the missing part is the first tile. Okay, let's do it like that. The second row is completed. And like that, so that's done. We've got another hint that we also need to use later. And then let's check another drawers. And here on the back side we can see, we can count number of dots: 4, 7, 5, and 2. So this is the code for this place: 4, 7, 5, and 2. And inside here's it's a spatula. Here's nothing. Here's also nothing. On the table, let's look at the shelves. So here you can see coffee beans, a bowl, another spatula. Okay, this code is the hint. Here's the key in the plant. And a paper with the hint. So we have this code is the sequence 1, 2, 3, 4. So this means 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's select the same cakes here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, let's check once again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything seems to be correct. It seems to be a mistake here. We need to swap these two. So we have drawer opened, and inside here's a key. Nothing is here. Okay, let's use the key. This key is from this place, and we've got an egg here. Nothing else. Teapot, flowers. And then here's a spatula is hidden behind the curtain. Now here's a box with another puzzle, so we need to make this pattern here. Okay, let's do it like that. That's done, and we have another hint. So it's sequence of items, and the sequence is for a place. So we have a key. Let's try it on this place. It doesn't fit. Let's try it here. It fits. And here's a place to use this kitchenware. So we have its teapot, spoons, bowl, and plate. Teapot, spoons, a bowl, and plate. And inside, so here's the floor. let's open this drawer. We have positions for different tiles. So let's remove 7, move 6 here and there. We don't need this digit 1 and this place, so it's 4. Go there, then 3, then 5, and then 6. And we've got one more tea bag. Next, here's the blender, and we have coffee beans here and this dials positions. So we have found already a hint. It is not here, so it is in this paper. So positions are 4, 1, 4, 2. 4, 1, 4, and 2. Now let's push the button. Okay, we need to insert the plug, fix this plug. So this puzzle is to move these snowflakes to their proper positions. For this snowflake, the proper position is this one, so you can find it by try and fails, and now it is glowing white. Then this topmost position is for this snowflake. Let's place it there. So now that's done. The power is on, and if we push the button, we can mix the chocolate and get the bowl. Okay, we have a lot of items. Let's get rid of some of them. The bowl, an egg, flour, chocolate, no more ingredients. Then these tea bags, 1, 2, and 3 to be found. Then this piece of paper we will use later, and 3 spatulas to hang here, and 1 more to find to solve the puzzle. So what's there? There is nothing. Okay, so here's a bottle, and the bottle has the last spatula. Now all of them here, and we need to rearrange them. So we can see the handles have different lines, thick and thin, and so the hint we can find all around here. It consists of this part, so we can see it's thin, let's call it like bold, then 4 common and bold at the bottom. So at the bottom level, so for the top level we have 3 thin, 2 thick, and 1 thin. And here's one more hint. Oh, this is one for the bottom level. So it's a hint how to rearrange these lines. So in short, this is how we are to treat these thick and thin lines, and how we are to rearrange. We had to rearrange the spatulas to get the key. Now we need to take this key and go out to for here's the last teapot. Now we have this key, and this key is to open this chest. Where to open it, we need to use these 4 ingredients. The hint we have found at the very first puzzle in this paper, and here's the sequence how to move through it. So it's croissant, donut, herbs, and bread. Croissants, donut, herb and bread. We've got a second part of the hint, and if we place it not here but on this place, we can get the complete hint, the arrow starting position, and the sequence is triangle, rhombus, spiral, star, circle, and square. Now let's use it here. The first position is here, it's triangle, then rhombus, spiral, star, circle, and square. So we've got the last ingredient to make a cake in this bowl. So what else do we need? We need something else. And so the last ingredient is here, it's milk. Somehow I missed it. Now let's place it here and get the bowl. Then use it here on the mixer. Then to bake in the microwave oven. And finally the cake is done. So that's the end of the game. Watch the end, and if this video walkthrough helped you, don't forget to leave likes, subscribe, and bye.